Hello students, today we are here to solve questions based on exponent. Before we start today's lecture, let me introduce myself and my institute before you. EdunoTech Private Limited is an institute which works towards betterment of students' academic career. We do not behave as a typical coaching institute but as a guiding force in their career. We also hold various level scholarship examinations so as to give the right exposure of the level of competitive exams to the students and make sure that quality education is accessible even in the remotest area of our country. Hello, I am Shubha Patel and I have completed my schooling from Delhi Public School Prayagraj. Currently I am BTech third year from JSS Academy of Technical Education, Noida, Uttar Pradesh, and I am doing my BTech in Mechanical Engineering. Let us start today's video. So students, before solving exponent, let me tell you that I've already made videos on the basics of exponents, and I suggest you to please watch those videos so that you are through with your basics, and then we can go on to solve these questions. Before solving questions, let me tell you that we will start with the basics and then go to the higher level. Today we are solving type 1 questions based on exponent. And here is your question. We have 2 questions on this type, and then it is enough for you to understand how to solve these kind of questions. The question in front of you is 3x minus y is equals to 4. That means this line suggests there is some relation between x and y. There exists some relation between x and y. What is that relation? 3x minus y equals to 4. Now, what is the question for us? The question is find the value of 27 power x and 3 power y. Divide by 3 power y. Okay. So, this is the relation given to us, and if we replace x or y through this relation, we will get a homogeneous equation in one variable. Now, let us do that. Before doing this, 27 can be written as 3 power 3. That means 3 cube. That is 3 into 3 into 3, 3 into 3, 9, 9 into 3, 27. So, let us first simplify 27 as 3 power 3 power y and 3 power y. And I have already told you this identity. If we have a power m, whole bracket n, or whole bracket again x, again whole bracket y, then all these power get into multiplication, right? So now I can write it as a power m into n into x into y. Can we write it like this? This was an identity for us. Now we will do the same. This is 3 power 3 whole power y. So this can be written as 3 power 3 into y. All these numbers are here in multiplication. Now we already have 3 power y in our denominator, right? So now when the bases are same, when this 3 is our base here now, when the bases are same and they are in division, then the exponent becomes numerator exponent minus denominator exponent. That is, if we have something like a power m and a power n, then we can simplify it as a to the power m minus n. And what if it was in multiplication like this? A power m into a power n. Bases are same. This a here is our base. Bases are same. So we can write is same base. A to the power. This will come into addition. Don't forget guys, it will not come into multiplication. Multiplication will come in this case, where we have power like a to the power m whole to the power n whole to like this. Here we will do multiplication m into n into x into y, but here we will not do multiplication. I'll try to explain you this with an example and then we'll move forward, because it is very important for you to clear your basics. I've already made videos, but again, there's no harm in telling you again. If I write 2 power 2 whole power 3. What does this mean? We know this BODMAS rule. We will first open the bracket. Okay. We will first open the bracket, right? 2 power 2 means multiplying 2 times. That is 2 into 2. And then again we have this whole bracket to the power 3. Right? So now what does this means? That we have to multiply this whole thing 3 times, right? So let us do this. 2 into 2 one time, again 2 into 2 another time, second time, and again we have to do 3 times. Now this is 1, this is 2, this is 3. Now this is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Now we can simply write it as 2 to the power 6, because how many times we are having 2 here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What is 6? 6 is 2 into 3. So ultimately we are doing this now. So why to follow this intermediate procedure and lengthening our question? It is not feasible for us to do that in our competitive examinations, right? So writing it directly as 2 into 3 would work for us, because we are getting 2 into 6 now. So 2 into 2 to the power 3, 2 to the power 2 into 3. This is the identity. So this is what we are going to do here. Now we have 3 to the power 3 into y, that is 3 to the power 3y, and then 3 to the power y. The bases are same, 3, 3. Then we will write it as 3 to the power 3y minus y. That means 3 to the power 2y. Now either in your options you may get something like this only, 3 to the power 2y, or can we write this another form of writing this? It won't make any difference, it's just another form of writing. Can we write this as 3 square whole power y? Because it is 2y, that means 2 into y, and we know this can be written as this. Both ways it can go, na? Either a to the power m whole power n can be written as a to the power m into n, or a to the power m into n can be broken off into a to the power m whole power n. Both the ways, when we have equality, then it works both the ways, right? So 3 to the power 2 is 9. We are getting 9y, right? So this is how we can solve our questions, right? I hope I have made this clear for everybody. Actually here it is x, sorry, yeah, y. In the question here we have y. So we actually didn't use this relationship in this question, but we will go on to use these relationships to solve another questions. Okay, this relationship was useless to us, but it was given just in order to make this question complicated. We didn't use this relationship, but maybe in some questions we have to use these relationships. Let's take another example. This is the next question in front of us. So what is our question? The relationship given to us, there is some, this equation suggests there exists some relationship between x and y, right? What is the relationship? X minus 1 is equals to y. And then what we are to find? 8 to the power x and 2 to the power y. This is what we have to find. Now we have this x and y in front of us, right? With this relationship, can we change, replace x in terms of y? It is possible for us now. If we are able to do this, then we are only left with one type of variable to deal with. For now, we have two variables to deal with here, x and y. But if we replace x with y, we are left with only one kind of variable, that is y, right? So let us do that. We know x is equals to, from here x is equals to 1 plus y. So just replace it, 8 to the power x, which is 1 plus y, upon 2 to the power y. And we know what is 8. 8 is 2 to the power 3. And then bracket 1 plus y. This is again in bracket. This is something together. You can write it in bracket or you may not. That's up to you. But this is again in bracket. It's a one term. 1 plus y is one term. Okay. And then 2 power y. Now this is something like a to the power m. This is something like a to the power m whole power n. Right. So can we write it as 2 power 3 plus 3y, we'll just multiply it. 3 into 1 plus y is 3 plus 3y, right? And in the denominator we have 2 to the power y. Bases are same and they are in division, so the numerator will get be subtracted. Exponent of numerator minus exponent of denominator. Here we have the base remains same, powers will get subtracted. So here we have 2 to the power 3 because y get cancelled, y minus y, and then 2 to the power 3, or